BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. Hey everyone, today another appointment of 50 minutes of experience, and at my place there is a dear friend of mine from Poland, Wojtek Chrubasik, and today we talk about photography, and not only because Wojtek is a really great photographer and a really special human. And welcome, Wojtek.
Hi, my name is Wojtek Chrubasik. I know that's very difficult. We might also, except for photography, we could talk about my spelling of my name, but that would be really difficult topic. So yeah, today about photography, and nice to join you. It's nice that you invited me quite spontaneously.
Yeah, it's really natural and spontaneous, and as you know, in this podcast we will talk about experience, but before doing that, would be nice if you can introduce a bit of yourself and say to the people listening this podcast, who are you, what you're doing in general, what kind of photography you do it, and most of all, what is your topic about photography.
Yeah, it's like this is the moment you have to just specify yourself and just say something really directly. That's one of my greatest strengths or weaknesses, depends how you look on it, because I basically I'm a person, let's say I'm a person who does basically everything. I fix everything in my house, I fix everything in my car, I deal with every daily stuff. Whatever you need to do, I'm there. I'm developing in myself in psychology and whatever, and I think that reflects in my photography. Basically, I'm doing everything in photography, just like I'm doing everything in my life. So yeah, I decided I wanna be a documentary photographer, a press photographer. I think this meaning of press photographer, it refers to basically everything. As a press photographer, you have to make great photographs of portraits. You have to do some nice photographs of the streets, of the urban environment, or even the village. Wherever there is, there are you, and you have to create something out of basically nothing. You have to just observe the light and make everything as good as it is possible to be made, as it possible that you can make something like this. So that's basically my goal. Apart from this, I'm making some tinier photo books. I was a bicycle courier for a year in Berlin and 4 years in Wrocław as I was studying, and this riding bicycle gives you such a freedom, and the idea of getting paid by riding a bicycle was great for me. And you were traveling around your own city, and the idea of traveling, gathering information about the societies, about people, talking with everybody, it just makes me so hyped, and it just gives the energy just to find another things.
Yeah, that's true. And what I want to talk to you and with you about today is there are some experience I know that you did in some project, and I will love it that you share some of them, as for example the work you did with people as how to say, I forgot the word. Mental disease, yeah.
Yeah.
So what tell us about that experience, and what was the body of work, and your experience about in also emotional way.
It was a quite natural process. There was a first lockdown, everybody's scared and everything. And yeah, there was a situation that I was the rider, I was the bicycle courier, I was just riding around the city. And I began work in art gallery. The gallery is called Art Brut. It's based in Wrocław. And as this bicycle courier, I was able to just ride around the city with anything like normal. There was nobody then. Everybody was running away to the houses or being pushed away to the houses, like hardly speaking. And yeah, I had the backpack. I put some stuff like to just help those people with some gloves and disinfection stuff. And I figured out then the whole reality basically was being it was difficult times, and everything like from the modern times, the architecture of minds, whatever, it just stopped working. Everybody was just emotionally hidden in emotions, scared. And then the masks became the part of daily reality. So I thought, masks, come on. Masks are based in have their roots in the very, very past, when the whole shamans, the magicians were just making some rituals to push away the diseases, to make something burn, I don't know, to bring the rain. And I thought, let's make them, the mental diseased person, which were working in the art gallery, which the gallery was gathering, let's make them make their own masks, their own rituals about the way that they are feeling right now. So that's how it happened. I created a book called Zakaz Odwiedzin in Polish, and it's Visit Not Allowed. It's translated to English. I made a book about them, hidden basically in their houses with those masks which they created by themselves on their faces, and all together compared to the emptiness of the streets. So I created basically two perspectives: the empty, scared city and the full houses of those mental disease people with their masks on. And I think it created, and quite a lot of people also say that it reveals the weird atmospheric of this place, of every place, of each person. Every photograph reveals their character, and it creates very specific and deep feeling when you get really into that. I really like this project. It was great experience for me just to visit people which I never knew before. I went into their houses, I asked them for their photographs, and just meeting people who if you meet, let's say, I don't believe in that word, but normal people, you have some expectations, you are a bit you know what to expect. But if you are supposed to deal with people with, that they are mentally disabled, you never know what you're gonna expect. It was so freaking scary. I didn't know what's gonna happen next, and it was basically trust in yourself very much. I had to trust myself that I'm gonna react properly. With some of them I was one-to-one because the pandemic and stuff. They let me in, we talked, and it all appeared to be basically, it all went good. Yeah, that's all I can say basically. That's my greatest experience of my documentary projects.
There is a frame of one of these situation that you was feeling in a way unstable, not really stable in front of one of these people. So then you was a bit struggling with yourself.
You mean one of the specific photographs? You mean?
Yeah, I mean in general, the one of these people you visited for this project. gave you a feeling like to struggling a bit with yourself?
One person was really struggling with the idea of the photo shoot, and he was really shy, and he just hid himself up. He just wanted to run away, but he was so pushed by his parents. And I personally think that this pushing of their parents, his parents, made him even more shy. And every frame of this project reveals not only the relation from those people to the situation, but it revealed the character of the situation of their relationship with their parents. Some of those mental disease people are basically 60 right now, and their parents are almost 80, and they are close to the edge, to the end of their life, and they just still have to like those mentally diseased people are like more like children basically. They are children for the whole time, and you have to take care of them for your own life, but what after you? And there's a huge anxiety of the future. You don't know what's gonna bring.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, so that's one of the aspects that this project shows very quite precisely the relationship with their parents. Some of them were just enjoying themselves, just being alone. They pushed their parents away. They closed with the doors from their room and wanted to make the photo shoot with me, and they felt great. Some of them just couldn't say that. They had their own ability to just throw away that parent, and you see that parent touching his face, and you see he's struggling with it, but he's still like being treated like a child by their parents. And this is one of the aspects that I think this project reveals and shows what's the how it looks like.
Do you think, yeah, it's something people don't understand, that they don't have to treat that people as a child, and more, yeah, in a human way, like adult. I mean, not really adult, but the point is, every one of them are human, and also children in general. If they are children, we don't have to treat them with this kind of comportment as always with this lovely false way to just treat the people. So just caring and never trusting to them abilities. Do you think that people need, in a way or another, to be treated more as, we can use the word, normal?
I think treating people like adults is the most important thing, as equals, not as some kind of yeah. It's important for some moments in your life to have your guru, somebody who's gonna lead you, or somebody you want to lead, and to make some kind of difference in the levels between the people. I created a lot of difference between myself and other people, except very very deeply on the beginning of my path with photography and whatever, with my life overall. So I basically separated myself from the people which were easily be able to be equal to me. So what that meant, I made another project about the culture of mine, the Silesian region. I'm from a different Silesian region from Poland, and there were photographers which I admired, the professors of my school and everything. I made myself as a small tiny human, which, oh, I admire you, I love your work, but I'm not good enough to talk with you. And it created such a weird atmosphere that nobody actually really wanted to talk with me. And coming back to the topic of the treatment of the parents and people like adults, it's important to treat the child like an adult, if you're a person from the outside, but the perspective of being that parent and taking care of this child, which you take care for your whole life, and you know this child, and you know that it is very difficult to trust him, because there is amount of untrust when you treat it with such a protectivity.
And there is this topic about perspective, so that we can really touch together in this case as photographers, visual artists, that we see the stuff from other point of view. So this is another reason why I won't say it's probably it's difficult when you are parents to see the differences that we see, but in general I
see
think
it from the outside.
Yeah, to see from outside, exactly. And this is the point. The point is probably we see that, and I don't know. Also, for me, it's difficult with my child to be outsider in a way. But most of the time, I just stop myself to say or to do it something can put this little human in a jail of emotion. Why? And this is the question and the answer I give to myself, to just why I have to close that person in my anxiety or my worried part, and in a way or another, this could be really something can destroy him emotion, and or just influence him emotion in a different way. So then I just start to close a bit myself. I mean, or just accepting that true that I cannot really protect someone. Sometimes protecting someone is not really the right words, and it's not the meaning. It's not you are really defense that person, but in a way or another, probably you are defecting this person. And to close this podcast, that we are already over than 15 minutes. Just the things I didn't know about you was how did you start to taking picture?
This is a long story, and and very difficult to just specify one moment. But it all began just from my father's camera, which he had, and he just gave me sometimes to just have fun, and then 10 years passed. I touched this camera for 2 times maybe, and I was drawing, and I wanted to go to art school, so I went to the art school. And my dad say, oh, if you want to go to the art school, take at least this photography to earn some normal money and stuff. So I took this photography, and I made my diploma without my camera. I had no my camera, I was only borrowing once, and I barely touched the camera through the whole art college. And I finished the art college with the best grade from the whole group, but I still didn't felt this, and I went to the Academy of Fine Arts to Wrocław, where I wanted to be a graphic designer. I wanted to make graphics and draw and anything, but I didn't get there. I made some mistakes, and I went to the another art mediation degree, and then there appeared. I had my own camera then, very cheap, very not working, without automatics. And I just started to taking photos of the events.
Yeah.
And I just told somebody that I'm gonna come and I'm gonna document that, and my brain goes brrr, and it says, okay, you have to go there and you have to do this photography. And I went there every week, every day, doing a lot of events for the whole time. And that's how I developed my skills, my approach, and everyday routine as a photographer, and having the camera for the whole time.
So this was Wojtek Chrubasik, and you can follow him in the link in description. And I thank you a lot, and I hope that I was passing this idea in my mind. Yeah, also when you are not in Berlin, we can have a call and have a podcast, because I think you have always a lot of things to say, especially with your photography. You say a lot, and I think there is a lot always of story particular, and you are also really good to describe every details like you did yesterday with this story of the blah blah car that probably one day we can record. And
right.
That's it.
Thank you.
You. Thanks for listening to our podcast. Learn more about our project at allmylinks.com/Berlin Explorer or visit our Instagram and follow Berlin Explorer project.